Hey guys, Girl About Library, and I am here with the Finally Fall book tag. I am really hoping that this book tag gets me into the fall spirit because my current feels like temperature here in Texas is 94 degrees. So yeah, but I am rocking this sweater. I have the air conditioner turned all the way up and it is October. I do not care. I'm doing fall tags and I'm pretending that there is fall weather. This tag was created by Tall Tales and I will be sure to link her original video below. Let's get into it. I'm just looking through the questions and I love tags like this. I love having the opportunity to go back and talk about books that I haven't talked about in a while that I love, and I'm so excited. Alright, so prompt number 1. In fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. And as soon as I read this prompt, a book immediately came to mind, and that is The River at Night by Erica Ferencik. The title alone of this book is incredibly atmospheric, and that's exactly where it is set. It is set at the river at night, and it is about 4 friends who go on a river rafting trip, and that trip does not go well. These friends are left trying to fight the elements and each other, as well as an outside party, and survive. One of my favorite things about this book is that I'm not outdoorsy at all, but this book really makes you feel like you are on this river rafting trip with them. This is also a really good book plot-wise, and I have a 60-second book review for it, which I will link above and below. I highly recommend that you check this book out. It's a perfect time of year to read this book as well. The second prompt is, nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. Is it creepy that I have so many books for this prompt? I cannot pick just one. This is kind of my thing, guys. I love books like this. There are 3 different books that I want to mention for this prompt. The first one is a recent read of mine, A Man Called Ove by Fredrik Backman. This is a book that deals with death and grieving as well as suicide, but it does it in a fairly uplifting way as well. But it is absolutely beautifully written, and I really enjoyed reading it. My second recommendation for this would be Lily and the Octopus. This book deals with death, grieving, cancer. It's gonna make you cry. It's a tough read, but it is one of my absolute favorite books, and I love recommending it to other readers. And my third recommendation for this would be The Light Between Oceans. And that is a book that deals with infertility, death, child loss, miscarriages. It is also a tough read, but beautifully, beautifully written, and definitely a book I recommend you check out. Number 3, fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. I love this prompt. All of these prompts are amazing. Nonfiction books are one of my favorite types of books. It's definitely one of my favorite genres, and I think that for this one I would recommend On Immunity by Eula Biss. This is a nonfiction book that I read, again, fairly recently, and I will link my 60-second book review for it above and below. Basically, this book is about immunizations. I read it originally about 2, almost 3 years ago when I was pregnant with my son. I was starting to think about immunizations in a way that I hadn't thought about them before. I'm definitely someone who is pro-vaccine, but I just wanted more information. Ooh, it is getting dark outside. One second. Where was I? Oh, okay, On Immunity. Such a good book, incredibly interesting and educational. And one of the things that I like about this book is how evenly handed it is. I didn't want to read a book that I wanted both sides to get a fair shot. And this book does that, but it is definitely pro-vaccine. But I think it gives you a really good peek into why someone would be afraid of vaccinating their child, but does it in a way where you walk away from the book knowing why those reasons are not legitimate for the most part. And so, yeah. Learned a lot, really enjoyed it. Number 4, in order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be a part of. My gut reaction to this question was immediately the Weasley family from Harry Potter. They always struck me as just the warmest family, and I loved reading the sections of the book when Harry would stay with them. So cozy and friendly and just family vibes for sure. Also, Mr. Weasley cracks me up. I love that guy. And also then I'd be on my way to Hogwarts. So, double bonus. Number 5, the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall colored spines. All right, I have a hare. Gross. Classic autumnal themes. We've got some oranges, browns, and reds in here. And The Martian, which is an excellent book. If you have not read that, pick it up. Brooklyn, which is one of my favorite historical fiction reads, as is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, classic, one of my favorite classics. And a book I haven't read, which is One True Thing by Anna Quindlen. Number 6, fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. Feels kind of like cheating to use a memoir for this prompt, but this time of year just reminds me of this book because it was this time last year that it came out and I loved it so much, and that is Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham. I love this book so much. If you have not read it yet and you enjoyed Gilmore Girls or Parenthood, I definitely recommend that you check it out. It is a memoir written by Lauren Graham about her life, and it is just so conversational and warm and just absolutely lovely. But also she has a lot of like deep messages in the book that I really enjoyed seeing. If you enjoy her or her shows, definitely read this book. And I have a 60-second book review for it. It's kind of a throwback one too. It's from when I was recording like on my laptop. So I will link that above and below as well. Number 7, the nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. My pick for this prompt is The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This book is dark. Like, this is dark. And this book follows a father and a son as they go on a post-apocalyptic journey, but it just really speaks to like some of the darkest parts of humanity and speculates as to how all of that would play out if there were to be an apocalyptic situation. It absolutely scared me and my husband when we read it. Like, there is a scene in this book that happens in a basement that to this day, if I were to mention it to my husband, like full body shudders. That is how unsettling and creepy this book is. Number 8, the days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. I did not realize how dark and long my reading choices were until I read this prompt. I gave up on it being a short book, but I do think Allie and Bee by Catherine Ryan Hyde is a very heartwarming story. Allie and Bee is about 2 women who find each other and are able to support each other at a time when they really need that love and kindness and support. Allie is a teenager whose parents are in jail, so she has to go to a foster home, which she runs away from because it's a horrible situation, where she runs into Bee, and Bee is an elderly woman who is living in her van, essentially, because she lost her home. And these 2 characters come together, and it was very heartwarming to me. I really enjoyed this book. Number 9, fall. Luckily, it's my favorite season. Debatable. Returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. There are so many books I would like to reread. But I think Harry Potter is actually at the top of my list. After talking about the Weasley family, I'm like getting super nostalgic. Mostly because I haven't ever really sat down and reread all of Harry Potter, ever. And so I think it's time. And mostly just because I'm starting to forget some of the plot points and the characters. And I noticed watching videos on BookTube, other booktubers will bring the book up and we'll be talking about part of it that I don't remember. And so I need to revisit it, maybe get sorted, because it makes me really sad to be forgetting all of that. And I don't want to do that. So I think I'll be revisiting it soon. Number 10, fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. I love cozying up underneath a blanket in order to read a book, but I find that every time I do, I have like my poor arms are so cold. And so I love a cozy sweater that I can throw on and I don't have to worry about that. Number 11, spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. I feel like everyone has kind of already done this tag and I'm super late to the game. But if I think of anyone, I will tag them below. I'll also leave some of the finally fall tag videos that I have really enjoyed down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe for more bookish content. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.